This is the Tesla Model Y Standard Edition. Now, it's a little bit, I wouldn't say controversial, at least not as controversial as the Tesla owner, but it is a Model Y with some of the trimmings taken out. Now, how I would explain it is, imagine you go for a big fat Sunday roast and then you remember you're on a diet, so you have to take away all of the trimmings which make a roast what it is. But at the end of the day, if you're getting some potatoes and gravy, are you still happy? Let's find out. Now, as we take a little walk around this car, it's got to be said, it is still a beautiful looking car. Maybe it's controversial. Some people don't really like the way Teslas look. I, for one, am someone that is completely obsessed. Now, love them or hate them, I'm in the love camp. I think the Teslas, they do look great. They're very distinctive. I think a lot more people are now used to seeing them on UK roads. And the new Model Y, in my opinion, it is beautiful. I think the lights look really nice. The wheels are aerodynamic, and it's one of the very few cars where the better the wheels that you get, actually the worse the performance gets. You get lower miles and you get a more bumpy ride. So a little tip, if you are going to get a Tesla or an EV for that matter, if it's not got air suspension, get the aerodynamic wheels and you'll save some money. Pretty much the major difference with the standard and the premium is this back bit. The light bar doesn't travel all the way across the back of the car. It actually cuts off and they put a nice Tesla logo in the middle. So we are in a great British summer, so obviously it's freezing. So let's talk about the insides of the car, eh? So you get a cloth seating. It's actually a mixture between vegan leather and cloth. Feels really nice to sit on. It's not perforated, so you don't get the air cooling seats, but I think that's fine. There's a huge chunk missing out of the center console in the car, and it's kind of reminiscent to the Ryanair airport luggage things that you drop your suitcase in. Very peculiar. Not sure what you would put in there except for a bag. Cup holders is fine, storage is fine. Tesla are synonymous, great word, with how good that their systems are. It is quite possibly the best system that you can get in any new vehicle. You've got to give them that. It's a beautiful car. The steering wheel is really nice. It's very unique the way that it starts and the way that it goes forwards and backwards, in a sense of there's no stalks, there's no buttons. We do have a stalk for indicators, which we can talk about a bit later on, but you put your foot on the brake and it is a swipe. You finger up and you are ready to go, and you finger backwards and the rear view cameras come on and you're going backwards. It's very cool. Right, that's enough about the front. Let's talk about the back. Let me get that for you. There we go. Oh gosh, I'm such a gracious host. So the back of the car is really nice. It's classic Tesla. There's loads of room here. Again, with the split between the vegan leather and the fabric, it's not offensive. It's quite nice. It's quite cozy. This is my driver's position. Loads of leg room. In fact, probably some of the best leg room you'll get from any new car, especially as a tall person. In the middle, I could do 9 hours in the middle there. Not 10, but I could do 9. Perfect. And then again, this seat is as far back as it goes. Look where I am. This is absolutely astronomical. And of course, this wouldn't be a Gorton's Garage review without the backwards roll test in a Tesla Model Y. Why? Because I've got to. See you in a bit. Oh my God. Oh, okay. The car is maybe a bit narrower. I've fallen out the car. 8.1. 8.1. Quite possibly the major difference in the standard trim and the premium trim is the fact that you lose the sunroof. Although I don't really care about sunroofs, because when it's summer and the sunshine comes through and it's in your kids' eyes and they're like, oh, I want that to be blocked. Well, do you know what? Daddy's going to get the standard range then, and the money that I save, I'm going to take myself on holiday. Okay, won't sign that off. Right, that's enough about talking about the inside of the car. Let's go drive it. Flying down those country lanes, I can tell you now, even though this is the standard performance version of this car, it is exceptionally good. Now, the standard edition of the Tesla Model Y is the most affordable of the range. And speaking of range, it is 314 miles. And from personal experience of having Teslas over the past 5 years or however long it's been, they are pretty good at holding the charge. Now, the Tesla Model Y, driving down these country lanes, it feels really nice, really quiet, really smooth. Now, a huge reason why I believe people buy Teslas are for the range, for the autopilot features, and maybe even for how they look. I quite like the way that they look. And speaking of autopilot, this comes with the lane assist and the cruise control assist. And I would say, having test drove so many different cars before and having Teslas in my personal life for so many years, that these have the best autopilot features and feels the most safe and secure and reliable out of any other car that I've driven that has them kind of like, you know, clever, intelligent cruise control assisty type things. It's very good. Now the question is it worth spending the more money for the longer range and the more features and the little clever television and the panoramic sunroof and blah 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 blah, or is it worth saving that cash and having basically the essence of what a Tesla Model Y actually is? And in my opinion, I would save those pennies and I would get this car. I don't believe that you need a television screen in the back of the car. When I've used that before with the kids, it then becomes another thing that they want to complain about. I want to change the channel, and then you have to lean back or you have to try and configure it that way. That's really difficult. From a performance perspective, you don't need a car that is faster than this, and you don't really need an electronic vehicle that delivers more than 300 miles of range. Right, so let's charge this bad boy. Oh, and whilst we're doing it, we can have a quick chat about how big the boot is on this car, if I can find the opening. Now, Teslas, again, I'm going to use the word synonymous, are synonymous with size. Look how big the boot is on this car. It's possibly one of the biggest boots out of any car that you can get from this range. It's absolutely ginormous in here, and you can actually put down these seats and put down a mattress. So if you're ever in the doghouse, you can actually come for a nice, relatively peaceful night's sleep in the Model Y. It's beautiful. So the question is, would I have this car in my garage? And it is a resounding yes. The Tesla Model Y is literally the perfect lower to medium budget electric vehicle that you can buy in the UK. And if you're interested in the Tesla Model Y Standard, then get on over to LeaseLoco right now. What a car, eh? Okay, so we found our dream car. I want the Tesla Model Y Standard in my garage, but I don't want to be overspending on it. And luckily, I've partnered with LeaseLoco, and they go out to over 100 different leasing providers to find the car that I want at the price I want to pay. But they also go one step further. Come and have a look at this. Okay, so the Tesla Model Y Standard. First of all, we will search for Tesla, a really intuitive, clever website. Any car that you want is basically listed in here. Now, this is the price at the moment, but as you can see, this is for the premium long range version. We don't want that. So what we'll do is we'll scroll down and we're going to pick the standard trim, which is the one that I've just test driven and is perfect. 19-inch wheels, sat nav, vegan leather upholstery, all the stuff that we know and love. And if I scroll up, coming in at $433 a month with a 12-month initial rental. But what I want to do is keep my upfront payment lower, and I'm happier having a higher monthly payment. So I basically click right inside of here and I can configure the deal myself. I'm happy with 4 years. I don't think I'll change my car in between that time. And do you know what? I'm going to go for 6 months up front. So $3,000 down. And as you can see in the corner, that's changed my monthly payment to $489. An absolute bargain for this type of car. Also, on the mileage side of things, I don't actually do 10,000 a year. I do more around the 6,000 mark because most of my travel is on trains. So I simply click the 6,000 mark and it's come down to $480. Now, if that's the deal that I want, I click select deal And there it goes. It starts working its magic to check out over 100 different providers, and the results show all the different brokers that are out there and their respective quotes. Whichever one that you want, you click get my quote, put in your details, and away you go. So there you have it, a really simple and easy tool to use that can end up saving you an absolute fortune. And further to add, I actually used LeaseLoco to buy my BYD CLU. So I've used this company before. That's why I'm so happy to be working and promoting them right now. So get on over to LeaseLoco, go build your deal, and go and get the car that you want at the price that you should be paying for it. See you again. Right, Ferraris. Gorton's Garage! It's Gorton's Garage! Gorton's Garage!